one. I am your host from the East Coast, eating the most delicious slices of buttered toast, Styles, and this is...
It's your boy, FiF!
And this man is... You're going to stop yelling.
Him.
He is him. He is him. It's
I am him.
And this is the SunDaze with... Oh, sorry. This is kind of new for me. Sunday... Oh, you know what? And Carcunyao. Listen, this is the SunDaze with Styles, Hamma-FiF, and Sometimes Weapon podcast show. And this is episode number 49.
Weapon.
And I actually forgot what I put for the title of this one.
Patriots stay the course.
Yeah. Thank you. This guy's on it. And that's why I don't know if you saw all of my stuff on a bunch of socials where it says we officially, let's see that shirt. Let's see that, because all I can see is the top. So let's see the shirt. What's the shirt say? Snow, get it in the
You're standing up. All we can see is it is not gay.
Yeah. All we can see is you're gay. Oh, it's freezing.
Oh, all right, gentlemen, let's get right into it. Since we're here an hour early and people have things to do, and you're gonna be forced to wear the ponytail for 2 weeks because of what you just said. So, any opening announcements, fellas?
Let's see. Basically, the biggest announcement is, I guess we say it's official that Mr. Reinbeck Sr., the Hammer, is going to be on the show every 2 weeks.
Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
I know. Sorry.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, sir.
Joey, you should have hit the friggin'. Come on, bud. What are you doing? You should have hit the cheers or like. Where's your thing?
Oh yeah. Hold on.
I know. I don't even have all of my props and stuff because I had to switch locations quick. You see.
Yeah, we heard.
Yeah.
We saw. It was excellent. I love waking up my Sundays like that. See what happens? You don't go to church, Paul. The devil. The devil.
No, really. That is what I get from that. Oh shit. So, do you have any quick announcement before we just get right on into the list?
Yeah, right. So Hammer, do you So we were talking during the week, and you said maybe there was a couple facts that you may have gotten wrong last week. Is there anything you want to repent for a week later?
Repent my sins.
Okay, let me.
Yeah. So one of them being there is actually no constitutional amendment that allows for Trump to, like, going back to the third term conversation we had. I had made a statement about it being the 22nd Amendment. It actually is not the 22nd. There's just an article, I believe it's Article 5 of the Constitution, that allows him to make that progress in that direction if he wanted to do the third term. He'd still need 3/4 of states, 2/3 of the House and the Senate, but that was correct.
But yeah, you've seen that, right? Like a lot of people, I feel like they didn't know that Franklin Roosevelt served three terms as president. But like you said, it takes a lot. Like
he would have to do a massive amount of work.
Yeah,
but there's a backdoor to that, though. Become VP and then have the president step down. There is a loophole.
Yeah,
that's like the only legal loophole that he has,
but
other than what we stated.
That. So a lot of people are gonna try to fight against.
Has that ever happened? Has there ever been a 2-term president come back as VP?
I don't
know.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that because it's weird how there is stuff like you don't hear people talk about how Franklin Roosevelt did.
You're gonna look into that? I'm
gonna look into that. Like, wait a minute. Where's I look into that guy?
What weapon? Where are you?
There should be a fourth.
What's his block? Where is he?
Yeah, where's? Oh, damn. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's get this move. Let's get right into this, bitch.
Yeah.
The White House news. Let's get into the White House. Question, guys. Am I allowed to call it the White House now?
I don't know.
Is that racist?
Do you remember when people were trying to to say that all the time on like liberal mainstream media. They kept asking like black people on live television, like, do you think it should? And like, there was a few black people who actually stood up and were like, this is the most ridiculous question. Like, we've got so much shit that like we actually need to take care of, and this is the foolish question that you're asking. Candace Owens was one of them who did that.
She's on it. She's on it.
Like,
so,
bro,
the first topic, right?
Silly shit.
And this is quite an interesting topic too.
Yeah.
And we're all Trump supporters here for the most part, all three of us. But this fact for me though, I don't know if I like this, but let's get into it.
Yeah.
So Trump's floating the idea of deporting American citizens who are lifelong violent criminals. Although it's a nice idea, it is not constitutional at all,
No.
and I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, Styles.
I can't. Oh, go ahead.
Styles, what's your take on that? We'll jump to you right afterwards.
So I'll do a quick one. Yeah, like there's like, I wish there was a way around it, because it's one of those things that's just like, it's a nice idea, because I think we all know that there are people like basically what England did with all their baddies when they took them all and they threw them in Australia. So like all the white people in Australia are descendants of like murderers and rapists and stuff. You guys know that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a penalized colony. Penal colonies. And
lots of countries have done it. And I have to say this too, because this is positive. I just saw a political meme today that showed a concentration camp in Poland, and then it showed an El Salvadorian prison with people, and they were trying to say that was the same thing. Bro, it's like, there's a reason why you don't do it in your own country. Like, bro, those people right now in El Salvador, and this is what we're talking about, they're not American citizens. They're not. Yeah. And they talk about all their due process and their rights and shit. Like, it doesn't work like that. I was arguing with somebody who was telling me that if you're here, which I guess it does, like for visas and stuff like that, like you are covered under some, right? I have to look into this. But somebody, no, you're covered by everything, including free speech. Like, you know this lady that just got deported back to the Middle East from Massachusetts? She was a professor or something, but she went to like a Hamas funeral and shit. Bro,
I saw that, yeah.
I don't feel bad for that. Like, you're a threat. Like, we're Americans, regardless of what color we are. Like, actual Americans, we don't need that shit.
All right, Val. What about you, Hammer? What do you think about this?
I can't.
But I don't think there's any way around it. I don't think we can do it. You know what I mean?
It's highly illegal to do that. I don't think he'd lose a massive backing.
But it'd be nice if
even his own people. Yeah, I'm not saying, like, as far as morality is concerned, I think it would be something that he should be able to do, but can't. We all know that those people don't contribute to society at all. Mm-mm. They're just out there to cause trouble.
And it's not, you can't just group everybody. It's just, here's the thing, man. Like, people can say that I'm heartless, I'm not empathetic, stuff like that, but like the people who are MS-13 and Tren de Agua, fucking lifelong gangbangers, they're military age men, like they're here for, you see that fucking thing I put that they added MS-13 to the LGBTQ plus acronym.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious, dude.
But like, why do they, like, if it's women and children, that's one thing. But why are we protecting rapists and chomos? Like, I don't. That's why I've tried to get a Democrat on here.
Hey, sexy.
But everybody said, no, don't do that. Everybody said she
That's
smiled.
called poking the bear.
Yeah.
No, she likes me. She hates him.
Oh, she actually, she likes Joe. Yeah. She doesn't like me.
Hi, Kathy. Hi. Can she hear me?
Yeah, she said hi, honey. Is what she said.
Good morning,
hey,
beautiful.
Hey. I got a brand new hot tub.
Oh, European him.
I got a brand new hot tub. It's European style.
I'm a piece of crap. I know. I'm sorry. I'm going to lose the sunglasses, though, because nobody's wearing sunglasses anymore. I think this is a trend that the Hammer started.
No, I had my fucking shades in my car. That's why. I don't know if I was
going to bring mine in
soon.
this morning, too, but I didn't.
Yeah, because hey, how'd you like your new, your emoji? I put sunglasses on.
Yeah, I was going to bring mine in from the truck this morning, too, but I didn't.
Yeah. But, yeah,
I got the Oakleys. I got the Tom Cruise Oakleys.
Nice. Yeah, dude. I have like so many. Dude, I just buy like, you know where you can go to get a bunch of cool looking sunglasses, and they're not ones you would wear like every day, but for $5 a piece is friggin' Five and Below. I gotta go. I gotta go there and get something. They have crazy stunner shades there. And you,
stunner shades.
I don't think I'd be able.
You know, Styles loves his shades. Okay, let's not get silly. Look at these. Look at these joints. You see, what are these right here?
Mark Jacobs. Is that like a knockoff?
Mark Jacobs.
Right?
No, it's not.
No.
I
said Michael Jacobs.
Hey, I got him from the free store.
The free store.
$3.99.
Yeah, free $3.99.
Dude, you're getting fucking deported.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You criminal. You criminal.
I don't have my.
Right.
I need my.
Listen, since we're on a time crunch, I'm gonna keep this going, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so let's get on to the next one. All right, let's give Trump an updated progress report in his administration turning the ship around. Hammer, let's start with you. Let's start with you on this one. Since Trump got into office till now, let's grade him. Where would you give him an A through F grade, or where in what he has done thus far?
So let's go into it now. He was inaugurated on the 20th of January, so February, March,
4 months,
April,
3 months,
3 months, just over 3 months. I think I said last week, I believe he needed 6 months to course correct, so we're about halfway through that. I think he's slowly moving in the right direction. If I were to give him a letter grade, I would give him that's a good question. I think a B is a good grade. He hasn't lived up to every promise that he's made, but I also don't take it like that. We brought that up last week, that people take what he says for face value instead of just like something that he is putting on his priority list.
Like, he said he's gonna fix the whole economy in 2 seconds, and he did.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, that's why, and I'm not holding him to that. That's not the reason why I'm not giving him an A.
I feel like that's
corny.
Yeah.
I think a B is a solid grade. He's moving it, but it's slow, and he has a lot of opposition. That's why it's going in slow.
I don't think the left, at least not like these diehard, wacky, crazy lefties, I don't think they realize how much opposition that he has in there. Like, I think that we would be in a better position if he didn't have as much opposition, and that's why I would give him like a B minus. Like,
hold on, let me ask you this though: his first term to this term, did he have more opposition the first time than he does now? Because now he has the Senate, the House, and the Supreme Court.
No, but he knew this.
He didn't have that last time.
But he knew this time how to fucking bang, bang,
how to maneuver himself around.
Like, he didn't even know that a lot of
No. Agreed. But play devil's advocate though. Do you feel like this time he has more yes men around him because he learned from the first time? So he has surrounded himself with more people that are yes men?
He's different.
Nope.
And like, ever since he got shot too, like, he moves different. I don't know if like anybody who watched him before, like the way he talks, the way he is, like he was different. After he almost lost his melon in fucking Pennsylvania.
That's a wig split.
Yeah, dude. And he'll say it himself. Like, he said he believed in God, but I don't know if he really believed in God. And you can tell now that he believes in God. You know what I mean? Not to get into all that, because I don't.
Yeah. So all right, you said a B, and you said a B minus. You said a B minus. I'd say so far when he first came in, I feel like when he first came in, he came in like a bulldozer. I feel like his momentum is slowly starting to slow down a little bit.
Like a wrecking ball.
No, he definitely came in like a wrecking ball at first, and I feel like there was a lot moving on. Like his first month, 2 months were like solid movement. I feel like now the momentum might be slowing down a little bit, and due to what you were saying about the opposition. So it's gonna be interesting the next 3 to 6 months if he can maintain such momentum and keep things moving forward the way, hopefully get some of the shit passed. Like all three of us are working men. I would love to, and I work a shitload overtime. Ham, I know you do, and Styles, I know you do too. I would love to see fucking no taxes on overtime, and my checks.
That's what I think what's going to happen is, and another correction I left from last week is I did see the correlation between the tariff revenue and the income revenue, the income tax revenue. I did see that video where he did put them together. I think he's not going to even put any momentum into that. Taxes on overtime and taxes on tips. He's just going to try to eliminate the income tax.
What are you eating, you fat piece of crap?
The old vanilla stick.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give him the old vanilla stick if he wants.
That's the only action you're going to get, pal.
Whoa.
You keep it up.
I know, right?
I know. If I keep it up with this podcast, do you remember how we used to always? Do you remember how Weapon used to always say like, I'm divorced. He's divorced. He doesn't care. Because it used to be like that for Weapon too. A lot of the time, actually, like when it was towards the end of the original run, when it was just absolute mayhem, drunken mayhem. Yes.
Who's vibrating?
Whose phone's going
But now,
off?
it's me. Sorry, I'm vibrating.
It's his wife. She's like, you better get the fuck off that podcast right now.
No, it's not. It's a couple of my buddies.
So what do you think about the tips? You think that's going to be something, or do you think that he's
I
going
hope he
to
does,
eliminate
man.
the income tax all in, across the board?
I
I
would like to see both.
Bullshit.
I'd like to see both, to be honest with you. I'd like to see the federal tax out of your check be completely eliminated.
Well, yeah, but that would cover, like I said last week, that would kill two birds with one stone. You eliminate the income tax across the board, you don't have to worry about the tax on tips or overtime.
No, you still have well, you're federal. You still have state though, but yeah, I guess the state.
No, I'm talking on a federal level.
Yeah.
And that's the thing.
That's the big nut out of your check anyway.
These people who are like, oh,
yeah, but then do the states though, because states have independent control, right? Do the states seize that opportunity they see it as an opportunity? Go, they just eliminated the federal tax, right? There's this abundance of money in everyone's check. Let's up all state taxes. A liberal state,
Florida, Texas, Kentucky,
liberal states and shit. Yeah. Fucking New York, California, Massachusetts, the Northeast corridor. All of a sudden our taxes go up fucking 5%. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah. Massachusetts is like California light, dude. We're brutal over here. Everything that California does, Massachusetts does at a smaller level.
5 years later, yeah. We're on it.
We're like 5 years behind California for sure.
Yeah, dude, and it's really terrible. Like we're one of the 11 states that said that they're going to be fully electric vehicle by 2030. I don't, and that's the problem in this state too. Like,
is that a snake?
Better stuff. Clip it. But listen,
1730.
Now you're just reaching for the low hanging fruit. Come on, sometimes you already did that one. But listen, by the way, say hi to Erin. Say hi to Capital E because she's in here watching. She said, "Good morning, guys." She said, "Good morning, guys." She said, "What weapon looks different?" And she said, "What's for breakfast, Fifth?"
What's for breakfast, Fifth? Oh, Erin, this is gonna be you later.
No.
We're never getting monetized.
Vanilla. That's
shit.
Oh, you're a bad person. Okay.
All right, ready? So let's talk about some of this right here. Let's talk about this RFK Jr. vaccines, autism. What do you guys think? It is. Let me ask you this. So we'll go to you, Styles. Do you think there's any correlation between the vaccine and the uptick in autism?
Dude, I find it strange that all of the sudden it went from being like a couple of kids per like I forget how many thousand to like 1 in 30 now. You think that just went up like that for no reason? And all this time that they've been like, no, it doesn't. Like now, actual scientists are coming out and saying like, wait a minute, there might be a correlation here. Like, but we're gonna go even. I don't know how deep you want to go into this today because we're actually gonna have. This is a little plug for probably on the next episode. We're gonna have a special guest who's gonna talk about this in a tank top. I heard. I don't know, something like that.
Monster melons,
baby.
Bro, her name down the bottom, Monster Melons.
That's what we should get, bro. We should get Kathy to do the same. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, you put them on this side of the screen, this side of the screen. You make them face each other so they
touch each other.
Maybe if she was involved, you know what I mean, she might be a little less evil.
You know what scares me about the autism rates is in 20 years it went from 1 in 125 to 1 in 31.
That's crazy.
In 21 years.
Yeah.
And it can't be just vaccines. It's got to be a multitude of things. I think vaccines are one of the issues. You know what I mean? It's the shit that's in our food. It's the environment. It's pollution. I think it's a variety of different things. All factors.
This is where Crystal knows a lot about it, dude. And I would like pass the headset off to her if I could. But
also that all these friggin'
it's a trigger, dude. Something is triggering. There's genetics in these kids. I can't
all these
say
seed oils. These seed oils and fake sugars and all these chemicals that RFK is actually, which this is on the list somewhere, he's getting rid of like thousands of chemicals that other countries, all of Europe already got rid of all that shit. Like it's literally drugs.
He thinks that some of those items that are the triggers that trigger things in these kids that have certain gene issues, that all of anything in a vaccine or anything in the food that just triggers it, and boom, something changes in that kid within the first 5 years of life, that they went from being like talkative and toilet trained to not. Dude, she could go into an hour conversation about this.
And it makes sense. That makes sense too, because that's when that's when you're developing. So if you're ingesting all this shit in the first bunch of years, and it would alter you. And it's funny too, if you look at the amount of vaccines you take that we used to take, say in the 80s, and you look at how many vaccines kids take now from conception till 10 years old. Now it's like quadrupled or something. Like don't quote me on the exact number, but it's X'd. It's been multiplied.
Just from when we were kids to when our kids is one generation. It's way different than when we were kids. Mm-hmm. Like just the amount, I couldn't tell you what it was from 1995 to 2025, but
it's more. It's definitely more
for sure. I can tell you right now that both of my kids have had more than I've ever had.
And it's crazy, dude. Like, why are we giving? I guess a question I would ask is, why are we giving fucking kids that aren't even a year old like hepatitis shots?
B?
Yeah,
that's like the day after birth too.
Like, what are we? What?
Dude, look at the uptick.
Insane, man.
Look at the uptick in how many vaccines that they want kids to get. Like just in the last 20 years. Look at the uptick on how many.
That's what I mean. This dude. I think I saw something. Yeah, I think I saw something like we had. And don't quote me. I know some of our fans. Some people, they like to hold this exact down to like he said 7 when really it was 10. Yeah. It doesn't matter the exact number. The fact is it's multiplied, right? It's multiplied. So we're definitely getting more. I mean, that's so. Maybe I guess they say there's causation, correlation isn't causation, but it's definitely something to look into, and it's interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and we're gonna talk more about it. That's definitely something that we can't just talk, that we can't cover.
That's a whole episode, bro. That's like an entire specialized episode.
Yeah,
definitely.
You know what really like got this going was over the last couple weeks. I'm not gonna say names and shit, but like this couple we know has a kid, and Crystal was posting this thing, going back and forth with the mother, and it's like these people, like it's almost an identity issue that these people have. Like if their kid did not have this, like how would they identify? Like how would they move about every like day-to-day things? Mm-hmm. If this kid didn't have this, like I don't know what I would be posting about on Facebook, because I don't think it would be interesting otherwise.
But I think it's like anything else, like whatever it is in your life that you have to deal with every day, you sort of latch on. So I kind of get it, though. You know what I mean? Like, but
no, he's right though. Hammer's right. It's come to a point now where everything's polarized. So it's like you have leukemia. Well, I have leukemia and cancer. I'm higher up on the pole than you.
It's an identity thing.
Yeah. Like that's what I don't get. Like I said, like should I? Like am I confused? Should I be running down the street?
Oh, you're definitely confused.
In a American Eagle fucking Speedo with a huge American flag, yelling "straight sex, motherfucker"? Like, is that what I should be doing right now?
But then the LGBTQ community come after you, be like, "I want them cheeks, boy."
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Sorry, and just to keep teasing the autism thing a little bit, with the identity.
Yeah,
it's almost me. Like. I know I'm going to be the only tease you get in the next couple of weeks. But keep it
up. Edge me. No, don't worry. She'll be okay.
The identity bullshit.
It's not her.
I already know. It's like
coming out. It's not all me either.
He's coming out and saying like, I want to help these people that have kids with issues. I want to find out what's going on, and if they didn't have that identity issue, or if the kids didn't have these issues, they would have no identity. Like they wouldn't have anything to push. They'd rather see their kids sick than healthy. So and
seriously,
he's pushing for the
It's
help.
like Munchausen.
Like, do you
It's
want to
like
keep
Munchausen.
do you want to
Munchausen
keep
syndrome.
exactly? Do you want to keep your kids sick for what reason? Like other than an identity issue, I can't see that. I don't see how or why.
Attention. It's almost like
absolutely.
It's attention seeking. It's attention seeking.
It's weird.
Absolutely, it's attention seeking.
Fucking
But
weird.
we should probably jump now into
international news.
All
right, so the tariff war with China, it's dragging on.
Yeah,
there are whispers. There's whispers in the wind that there might be some new negotiations soon.
And it has started now.
All right, so we went Styles. We went to you last time. Yeah. Hammer, what do you think first on this one?
Yeah.
Yo, Styles can go first.
No, I don't know a ton about it, but what I have gathered from the news.
I'm gonna get back to us later.
No, is that China is reaching out to the United States now, and they're saying we want to talk, but we're not gonna get totally fucked, like whatever. Like, even though they're not, but like they have to save face. They have their whole.
Yeah, they're posturing, dude. They're posturing right now, big time, because they can't. If you think about it, if you really think about it, and I watched a podcast. Who the fuck was that? It wasn't Tim Dillon. I think it was Dave Smith. He might have been on Lex Friedman podcast, and they were talking about this a little bit. Where if you think about this tariff really hits China more than America, because China's the producer, we're the consumer. So how it affects us is it raises our prices. But if we're not buying your shit, we hurt your economy.
That's what
and it hurts you. We can outsource somewhere else. Do we need $7 cheap T-shirts at Walmart? No, you go spend $20 at a different store, but you still get your T-shirt regardless. But if China's not producing that anymore, that has a much greater effect. So this.
I heard we signed something with India just this past week. Somebody told me at work we signed something with India to start producing more shit.
Yeah,
they have some natural shit.
We're trying to make India the new.
No, China. Mexico. We're trying to make Mexico the new China.
Yeah. But so the best way to understand the situation with the U.S. and China, and you guys were saying it too, but the way I always tell people is, for China to kill us, they got to kill themselves.
Nuclear war. That's the only way they're really going to get to us.
No. But I'm talking even economically speaking. To kill us, they've got to kill themselves.
Even if they did, they still wouldn't destroy us. We have a more stable and stronger economy than them. So if they would hurt. No, you're right. They would hurt us in order to have to destroy themselves in order to hurt us. But then they're gone and we're still standing, even though we might be in shambles.
Like, they can't do it. Like they.
Yeah, it's not viable. It's not a viable option.
I know Tommy's on here who are fucking have hot-ons for fucking China, and they went on that like Red Note app and became honorary Chinese citizens. Do you see that shit?
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna clip that, dude. Look that up. There are people on the left who, when social media, like when TikTok went down to protest, they joined an app called Red Note in China. That's all in Chinese, and they're just writing on there like, "Hey, we support you guys." Like, what? Yeah, look that up when you get a chance.
See, right now would be a perfect time to clip. To put us backstage, you run the clip, everyone sees the clip, and then bang, fuck you.
Yeah. By the way, I will post this clip to our social medias, so that's a good reason for all you people out there. Follow us on all of our social medias, all major platforms. SunDaze. I have to change it eventually because currently it's still SunDaze with a capital D, with Styles, Weapon, and Fifth podcast show on every fucking shit. We're there.
Isn't it supposed to be capital D?
Capital D, I said.
You love the capital D, don't you?
There's always capital D in SunDaze, baby. It's all the knowledge and all the nonsense that you need every other Sunday. And in the future, maybe every Sunday.
Nonsense.
Nothing more we saw this morning won't be every Sunday. Who you shitting?
It'll be every third Sunday.
Listen, don't do this, okay? Don't make it worse, all right? Did you see how I just busted out? And hey, so how did you just change that there?
I just did a
virtual background. Your virtual background on the settings. Anyways, right? So hey, you want to talk about Don't Go There? What do you guys think about? Ready? And then Hammer, we'll go to you first on this one because Styles got the last one. What do you think about, and what are the chances the Pope dying on Easter?
Yeah, dude.
That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah.
I saw a clip the other day that I don't know how true it was, or if it could have been AI generated or whatever. It was, when they wheeled him out, and then everyone was like, like all this shit, and he closed his eyes, and that day he died when they were backing him out on his little chair.
Really?
Like that's what I saw. I didn't look too far into it. I think it's very ironic that he died on that day.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know much about the whole Pope bullshit. I just he comes out on Easter, says he comes out and waves, and then wheel him back. I don't know much about that.
And then a couple of days before that, he was out on the street in street clothes. He was in a suit, which was very weird. The Pope never does that. And it's everybody you seen all the memes and all the stuff where people are like JD Vance killed the Pope.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. Do you see that? Bro. Yeah.
You want some conspiracy theory? What if he was already dead and they had a puppet arm raised his arm and waved everyone at Easter, but he was already dead and they wheeled his ass back, but he was already out.
Hey, I haven't even looked this up yet, but this correlates to this too. I just saw a video where someone was saying that they wanted to spoil the ending of that new movie Conclave. Have you seen it?
I watched it. No, me and Karen rented that shit. We watched it twice, actually. Pretty good movie. Actually pretty good.
So he must be lying then, because Greg Gutfeld on Fox News?
Yeah.
He said, spoiler alert, the new Pope is trans. So I take it that's a lie.
I don't want to spoil anyone, but maybe.
No. No. That makes a lot, bro. But I heard a good thing that I think we have on the maybe it's on the list. There's a lot of whispers that the new Pope is going to be a conservative, which is I would like to hear that, because the old Pope, not to be, I don't want to upset the.
He was progressive,
people, but he was a wokester.
Yeah, he was progressive.
I always call him the Dark Pope. I'm pretty sure Satan came to pick him up on Easter Sunday. But
is it that? Let me ask you. So when you plant your feet in the ground, right, as the Catholic Church did for centuries, but yet society tends to move. Do you stay planted in the ground, or do you slowly move with it? You don't have to stay with it currently, but you keep that distance. But you got to move a little bit.
Did you say surgeries?
No.
What did you say? The Catholic Church?
I said the Catholic Church planted itself on the ground with society, centuries ago.
Right.
And society moves, progresses forward, right? And the church really never moved. That Pope seemed to have started to move with it, move the pendulum a little bit with it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
But it wasn't a little bit. It wasn't just a little bit, dude. My position, and this is just my position, everybody can be whatever,
Is it doggy style?
When it I do actually, but when it comes to all this LGBTQ plus stuff, my big thing is, if you're an adult, do what you want to do, but why can't you just be whatever you are and not start cutting things off? I think that's just a fucking dark path to go down, dude.
If you're an adult, do whatever you want. You want to cut off your fucking arm and be like, look, I have no limbs. Whatever, knock yourself out. But
dude, that's the thing.
Whatever, knock yourself the fuck out. But when you're taking trans people into libraries and twerking and you have all right, so let's go down the dark road. And then so you're in a library with some trans people and they're twerking in front of kids, and then the camera pans everyone and there's 2 cuck beta males there, and the rest of them are liberal females. My 6-year-old daughter is trans. How the fuck your 6-year-old daughter thinks she's fucking Spider-Woman guy? What do you mean?
This is another video.
Fuck out of here.
Once we figure this out, I like that rant. Once we figure this out,
if you want this, you call me and I'll allow you to see the logo of Dunkin' Donuts. We'll we can do a partnership here. But other than that,
bro,
that's what up.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, I do agree you can change the time a little bit, but we should probably move on to the next shit because
no, I was going best. This topic right here. So we're gonna get into domestic and local news now.
Yeah.
This is something we could even have, again, this could be a specialized podcast on this topic, because this topic is hot right now. This is the hot button topic, in my opinion, over the last 2 weeks. Austin Metcalf killed by Carmelo Anthony.
Dude.
Let's talk about this tragedy and why it shouldn't have been made into a race thing and why it is turned into a race thing. Let's get it. All right, so Ham, we went to you last time. Styles, let me hear your racist point of view.
Listen, you know this, you son of a bitch. You know that I'm not, that I don't have a racist point of view. No, my shit is, and
Your chin hair tells me differently.
I don't know if you saw. I don't care. I don't care. Listen, people, when you don't, when people can't win arguments, you're a racist and you're a Nazi. You're or whatever it is you're supposed to say on here. But no, dude, my whole thing is, I don't know if you saw this rant I put online, but like, at the end of the day, anybody who's trying to make it into like a whole race thing, like, you're just a piece of shit. Like, it's not a race thing. It's just two human beings, and one killed the other one, and he needs to, like, there's nothing more to it.
Who's making it a race thing? Explain to the people anybody who lives in Iraq and doesn't know what's going on. Give them like a slight overview, please.
But I mean, it's on both sides though. So how do I?
Well, take a side.
That's pushing that hard.
Like, I've watched, like, I've went in the.
Are you talking like left or right side?
Yeah. I've went in
Right.
or white and black. Like,
I don't think it's left or right. I think it's white or black on this one.
Like,
I think it's a white or black issue.
Yes, I see the white people saying blah blah blah, but like, they're all arguing about it. Like, what the fuck are you actually arguing about? Like, I guess the black people think that it's all right and that he should have done it or something. Like, not all of them, because you can't put everybody in one box. Like,
yeah, nothing's absolute.
That's what I'm seeing in these comments. Like, oh yeah, like, and people are saying like he needs to go to jail. People are like, oh yeah, keep supporting the KKK. Like, what? What are you talking about?
No, let me ask you this. Do you think that they're doing this to shoot smoke up everyone as a smoke screen? Because if everyone's pointing about black and white, right, nobody's getting to the facts of what really happened, and then you're gonna taint, no matter who you are, you're gonna taint the pool of the jury to some degree. So, you know, like, you have the BLM activists that are supporting Carmelo Anthony I feel like are really race baiting this a lot to try to almost set like a smoke screen for him, so that when it comes time for trial, it's polluted. You know, it's a polluted, it's a tainted trial, it's a tainted jury, because nobody wants to be thought of as a racist. So even if you had a jury that was straight down the middle, you know, half black, half white, or whatever, you know what I mean, or an equalized mix of Hispanics, white, black, whatever, or, you know, a quarter this, a quarter that. Nobody themselves wants to be thought of as a racist. So,
no, that's not right.
That would probably end up in a mistrial pretty quick.
And then who wins out of a mistrial? Then there's no conviction. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a way to get off the topic of what really happened, of one human being stabbed another human being. And then I looked in this a little bit. Texas law, it's a stand your ground state, but force needs to be met with equal force. So if somebody punches you in the face, you can't stab them. You're allowed to punch them back. You can't escalate. So this is where I feel like he might be in trouble. So Hammer, what do you think about this while Paul's over there taking out his ponytail?
I think it's pushed heavily. Like, the race thing is definitely a media. Like, the media's making it worse than it has to be. It's not I said left or right. I meant, you know, black or white, whatever race.
What are you eating, a jizz sandwich over there?
Well, did you hear about the dude's dad going to the Carmelo Anthony's press conference?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. And then he stood there and was like, he basically forgave the dude for killing his son. I believe it was the day or two after it happened.
And
the people made
and they made him screw.
Yeah, the building owner made him leave. They trespassed him.
All the people there were screaming.
He left without issue.
All the people there were screaming, "Get the fuck out of here!" and shit. Like,
so he left with no issue, and basically destroyed any of what Carmelo did. Like, Carmelo should have just left too. You know what I mean? Like, Austin was basically saying he shouldn't be here, and, you know, obviously he didn't want to hear that shit, and, you know, whatever ensued.
Like, dude, whatever happened, dude, you took someone's life, man, over some fucking shit. Over nothing, dude. And it's young people.
Even better. So the Carmelo Anthony family has been given that money. So not only are they like spotlighted probably for all the wrong reasons, they also got $500,000 donated to them.
Yeah.
Which is, dude, that's what I'm talking about, dude.
What a twisted. That's fucking shit. That's twisted, man.
So what happens to the kid who was actually murdered? His family, like, they get treated like
they're getting death threats now too from the BLM. The BLM activists, or I wouldn't say BLM, the activist side for Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, dude.
Those people are.
Dude, I don't even really hardly hear anybody even talk about BLM anymore. A lot of the black people that I know think that BLM is a joke. Like, they bought fucking mansions with
after all the fucking crude shit came out about the leaders of that little clan, whatever.
Lesbians.
Dude, apparently all
Lesbians,
the leaders
that's what
of
you get.
Let's be
BLM
honest
are
here.
a bunch of just a bunch of bull dykes who their main purpose in life is to try to get especially black males to cut their dinkies off too. No, dude, look into that shit. Like,
Yeah, you ever go on the BLM website?
Any black people supporting that bullshit, dude? I don't know, man.
I want to say if you go on there, the
You're
first
supporting
thing
just
is
'cause you
about
think-
fascism or Marxism or something.
Just because,
Yeah, right. It's a school.
like, just because someone's the same color as you doesn't mean that the shit they're pushing is fucking good. Like,
Hello, KKK.
dude, hello. Like, fucking, how people like, I'm gonna vote for Kamala Harris because she's brown like me. Like, what? Is she a fucking idiot like you too?
No shit.
Yeah, like
That shit's wild.
That's gonna be a good clip there too. I
All
like
right,
how
so-
when you lean forward, you get like little like pieces of stuff on your head from the
It depends on how I move. So check this out. Let's move subjects. Let's discuss the plague drug epidemic on this country, especially the opiates, and what can we do to fight back? And I think with saying that, I think we've already started to fight back. I think by closing the southern border the way that we have and not allowing millions and millions of undocumented people into this country, that I feel like the Joe Biden administration really did us a disservice by allowing that many people in the border to be wide open, and it was just a free flow of fucking drugs coming into this country. Hammer, what do you think about this?
Yeah, I would agree with what you said. Anything that was coming through the southern border was just coming through with ease, making everything 1,000 times easier to get access to. Whatever was coming through, the fentanyl,
and
being
even
the worst
sex trafficking and trafficking children, like over 300,000, and that's a lowball number. Over 300,000 migrant children are just gone, disappeared forever. Like the Biden administration. I'm sorry, I know people don't like this on the left; they get very mad when I say this, but the Biden administration was one of the hugest supporters of drug smuggling, human smuggling, sex trafficking, chomo, all the chomo shit. Like, and then they claimed that they needed new laws on the border to close the border, but Trump basically just walked in the door and just closed the border. So how'd that happen?
Because they're fucking liars. That's pretty much simple. You know what I mean? They just lie.
But if
Yeah,
you
I think
talk
in
to like
Trump's State of the Union, didn't he say like you didn't need new laws, you just needed a new president?
Yeah.
Which
You need to
when
enforce-
referring to the southern border.
Yeah, you need to enforce existing laws. Actually enforce them.
Bro,
Yeah.
I even tried to get a lefty on today's show. Like, not just one person. Like, these people do not want to like get on camera and go on record and fucking talk about their stupid ass fucking opinions. I'm serious. Like, it's very difficult. I mean, I'd like to get someone on here like to balance the show out more, but that's what the problem is. Anybody who's wondering why it's not balanced, we can't get these people to come on here and say what their opinion is, because once we start debating with them, it just falls apart. There's nothing.
Well, I feel like they feel like we're too aggressive in that they won't get a fair shake on it. Where like,
but it's not
if we
true
had,
though. Actually,
no, I know. But if we had two people on here, like I would keep it even. Like I would allow them to talk just as much as like I give him or you an opportunity to talk. I would make sure. So if you guys are watching this, you know, those other side, this is going to be a fair and even podcast. You're going to get your time, your time to shine, your talking points. You know what I mean? You'll get rebuttal times to get back and forth with points. So if you guys have an opinion, step the fuck up.
Oh, and guess what? Evan actually said he's been trying to like take a break from all this, which I do get. Like, some people are just like burnt out and melting down from, you can't even keep up with the news. But he said that he thought that his wife might be interested in coming. I'm like, dude, that's what, like, let's get some people on here who identify as Democrats.
Like a female that would actually want to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if she heard me.
You don't have one of those? One that would actually want to do it?
No, I know you don't have one of those. I do. No, let's bring it back to the opiate. Let's bring it back to the opiates for a second, because I saw something that came across my feed this morning that had it was an article about Trump wanting to end the $56 million grant for Narcan for the first responders, which goes against everything he's ever said with the fentanyl crisis and shit. What do you guys think about that?
I think that would be harmful. I'll be honest with you. I don't
know how true it is. I literally saw it 5 minutes before I signed on.
And you really did.
And I wrote it down.
I hope that's not true. I hope it's not, because I think like Narcan It's Narcan's not, to me, it's not a crutch like the way they have like these safe injection sites and like these places. Like,
that's a crutch.
That's a fucking crutch. I feel like the Narcan is like, listen, no matter what, nothing's absolute, so you're never gonna eliminate drugs 100%. There are gonna be drug overdoses. If this is the way we can save some people, great. It's not that costly either to us. Where like
56 million is fucking pocket change. You kidding me?
Yeah, no shit. That's what I mean. It's not even that. It's not even that much money.
Yeah,
We're so used to hearing billion and trillion, millions of nothing.
Nothing, especially 56. Like, what's you know what I mean? You're not even fucking, not even near $1 billion.
Yeah, this is the New York Times, so I don't know how much you can trust it, but they are saying he is looking to end it.
Like, that's one of the things that I would say. Like, that's one of the things that I would say that I always try to explain to people that I'm not even. I mean, I'm an independent because there's certain things like this. Like, that is more of a Republican opinion. Not everyone, but a lot of people. Like, I've actually seen.
Or is it? Or is it? Or is that just fake news? Is that just a hit piece?
I've seen people in comments like when you see like commercials and stuff. Yeah, have you ever seen this? Next time you see a commercial or an advertisement, even like for like a lawyer's office for like Suboxone or even Narcan, I think, go in the comments. Fucking asshole. Go in the comments. Say, can we even have this a normal? Go in the comments and see what people are saying. People are saying shit like, we shouldn't give these people Narcan anymore. We should just let these people die because these people are like a plague. Like they're people who say it. And it seems like that is more of a. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. That is more of a conservative. Like conservatives, the Republicans say like you shouldn't be smoking weed.
No,
they say weed shouldn't be legal.
No, you're right. It is more of a conservative thing, but that's because conservatives actually have accountability, and we all grew up knowing that drugs are bad, right? Like we all this is common knowledge, bro. We all know drugs are bad, right?
Yeah.
So it's like if you choose to do drugs your entire life and you end up in this place, it's kind of like you reap what you sow. We should, So this is this double-edged sword where it's like you shouldn't be free of your consequences. If we try to do that with specifically the drug epidemic, it's like, yeah, go ahead, do fucking pills and get on heroin and end up on fucking fentanyl. But here's a get out of jail free card at the end. This is what you want. You don't have to deal with your consequences. And it's like at the same time, but then the flip side to that, it's like, well, if you have a chance to save some people and get them out of that, and get them back to being normal in society, but the problem is when you look at the rates. There's way way less people that don't end up coming out of that the right way. And most people continue down the road. So then you ask yourself, is this pouring water in a hole and expecting expecting there to a lake to form? It's like you're almost wasting resources. So it's this delicate balance.
It's like a new addiction. Instead of them taking pills or heroin, they're on Suboxone for the rest of their life.
With pot, bro.
And that's government money. And so the government was like, I'm not giving money to the cartels. I want that fucking dough.
Bro, they say, but the problem I have is that, yes, like hardcore drugs, bad, yes. The problem I have is they even say shit like fucking weed shouldn't be fucking legal and that weed's a gateway drug and shit, dude. No.
I think that's like old school conservative.
Yeah, I wouldn't
think like the 2025 like us kind of conservatives look at it like that anymore. That's like
yeah, I'm just saying,
people
like,
holding the Bible up and being like everything was wrong.
Right, but like people tell me. But like when people tell me that like I'm a Trumper and I'm so far right and stuff, I'm like, is that why I'm pro-choice and why I'm pro-marijuana? Like those are two of the top ones. Like, and it still is like that in the like a good chunk of Republicans.
The weed thing, like I said, I was like the whole weed thing. No, I think Ham is right though. I think the whole weed thing is like a yesterday issue. Like I don't think people really are so much on that.
Yeah, like the pro-life shit. Well, what about we're running out of time anyways, because I need to be going to get my.
You're running out of time, sir.
Yes. Hey, if you want, I don't think you guys couldn't even end the show from.
No, because you're the host.
From this side of the screen. So let's just hit a bunch.
We'll do it at 9:00 instead of 10.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean it won't be an issue. Like it's probably it's not like there's nothing going on. I have my father's birthday party today and Weapon's kid's birthday party who can't even come on. So so I'm trying to run around. I'm trying to do like when Kathy was saying it's nice. She was trying to bust Joey too. for not coming to Miles' birthday. I said, still, like,
nothing.
He's almost a fucking hour away.
Has nothing to do. That shit was scheduled yesterday, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I had to work yesterday. You guys put it on today. I'm like, I got this podcast. I have another podcast later. I gotta go to Marvin Gaye's. I gotta go to Marvin Gaye's video shoot. This was all pre-planned from months ago. You know what I mean?
Anyways, I said you're like 45 minutes away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but so pick just one last like big topic. Like, we used to do this on the old show too. Like sometimes we would take stuff and put it on the next list or whatever. Like, because this is actually, I'm noticing it too. This is a problem we used to do. This is too big of a list, regardless.
Who put the list together?
Me. But you're supposed to say shit about that. Are you not part of this crew, man?
No, but look, we're only at 50 minutes. If we had
2 hour podcasts, we'd be pretty much.
We have another hour and 10 minutes. I could easily do sports in 5 minutes.
But so we could actually, if you guys were interested in doing that, we could start doing 9.
No, we can't. 12. We can't because you like to go kneel in front of pedophiles every Sunday.
No, in the summertime, that's not, man. That's not. Listen, we're not supposed to make fun of other people's. I don't make fun of you guys for being fucking heathens.
Oh, that's between us three. Stop that.
Yeah.
I
can't wait till we do a live show. I'm gonna give you two some fucking noogies from God when I see you.
Listen, he wouldn't like that. Listen, he's the only one that's allowed to initiate spite amongst people, not you.
Listen, I told him I can't.
You commoner.
I try to turn the other cheek, but sometimes I can't. I just gotta smash someone in the cheek.
So what happens when you spread and you get the ponytail on the other cheek when you turn it?
Yeah. You get extra points towards heaven.
Paul's ponytail.
Points towards heaven.
The butt plug ponytail.
All right,
dude, do you think bronies wear that shit? Do you know what bronies are?
Mm-mm.
So look this up, everyone.
I don't know if I want to.
So bronies.
If I look this up, am I going to be on FBI list?
No. BRONY. It's a community of dudes who I guess are gay, and they dress up like ponies, like My Little Ponies.
You're not only a client. You're the bronies club president, aren't you?
No, listen, that's your sick fantasy, not mine. You piece of shit.
All right. Since this topic was on here last week and we didn't get to it, Hammer, break down Alex Ovechkin breaking the record.
Yeah.
In the NHL.
And then you just do Louis Billis, and then I gotta head out of here. So I gotta go pick up my nephew. And his name Gretzky, is I know it. Huh?
Who?
Ovechkin.
Oh, Alex Ovechkin plays for the Capitals. He broke that record, I want to say 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but you've been wanting to just do a little bit of...
Yeah, that was Wayne Gretzky's old record, right?
Give him his flowers.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky's from when he... I do want to give him his flowers because it was a big deal.
Yes.
That record, that he retired in 99, so that record was almost 30 years old. To be able to do something like to that extent and be able for that long, dude, you have to have a goals per game of .60, which is basically a little bit more than half a goal a game through 18 years to be able to do that.
Damn.
So think about that. Like,
consistency.
So you need to score 50 goals a game a season to be able to even hit that, and to be able to even play that long is crazy.
No, let me ask you this: Do you know how many seasons it took Gretzky to get that, and how many seasons it took Ovechkin? It was the same amount of time, or did
Ovechkin did it? He did it in one last game.
Oh, all right. So they were very similar then. The amount of scoring that they had, per their era.
I could always
say the '90s hockey is a little bit stronger than it is now.
I could always just leave this up. While I go run out, and I could end it when I come back. If you guys wanted to finish on the topics list.
When you coming back though?
Like in friggin' 10, 15 minutes. Or we can end it now. Oh, and of course,
it doesn't matter to me.
We have
we just end it, bogus. You have a screen like there, yo, and who knows what's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, I mean it's downstairs in the living room, and you can walk on the other side of this the way I have it set up. But I'm just saying, I don't know.
But so there's only one other person in the active NHL right now, not to keep going with this, who was even on pace to beat Alex Ovechkin, and it's Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. He has a .64 goals per game.
And how many seasons in is he?
He's only 7 or 8.
So he's have a while ago. He'd have to maintain that.
Yeah, so he'd have to maintain that a long time. And the other thing about Ovechkin is he was injured.
Why couldn't I get him?
I want to say in the middle of his career a little bit, so he missed some time. So he was
shit.
scoring more than 50 in some of those seasons to make up for that loss. So it's a big deal, you know what I mean? And people say like in the 90s, like 90s basketball was tougher.
Yeah,
like
I'm turning off right now.
90s hockey was even tougher back in the 90s, you know what I mean? Like with the Detroit Red Wings were a big team back then.
Oh yeah.
You know, so for Gretzky to do that, playing for the Oilers most of his career and then ended with the Rangers.
I think all sports like that.
Ovechkin did it with one team.
I think all sports are like that now. I think they've dumbed down sports completely, like contact wise, so it's not as.
Hockey still allows fighting too.
For now,
it's 2025. They would have ended it. They already would have.
Let's hope so. Let's hope they keep that.
You know
That's one of the things that keeps hockey extra interesting.
You know what's crazy is everyone always compares LeBron James to Michael Jordan. I don't know much about basketball, but I believe that Jordan was in a tougher time.
Hands down,
in the 90s, playing for the. That's what I mean, and not everything was a technical foul or even a foul in general. It's crazy to me that people don't give Jordan the kudos and because they're a LeBron person. This dude broke the record this season for most points in a career, and I didn't hear it once.
I didn't know about it until a couple of days ago.
That's what I mean. I didn't hear about it the day it happened or any of that shit. I heard when Ovechkin was chasing that record though. Every day, every time he scored in the last 9 or 10 goals, everyone was counting it down.
That's awesome. I think too the thing with LeBron is he's jumped teams too, where he's had a better supporting role. Where Jordan stayed with the Bulls his entire career, and made that franchise better by him being there. Not like LeBron going from the Cavs to the Lakers to the Heat and having Dwayne Wade. Yeah, you know what I mean. And having Dwayne Wade and other people there as a supporting role. Where I know Jordan had Rodman and Pippen and Horace Grant and shit, but they weren't there all the time. I know Pippen was there for a long time, but you know what I mean? Rodman was there for a while, but he wasn't there the whole time. So a lot of that, a lot of Jordan's accolades, I think, at least in my opinion, hold more weight due to the fact that he stayed in one franchise and made that franchise better because of him, not me jumping around to different franchises, hoping that franchises enhances me. You know what I mean? I feel like there's
and Jordan also didn't play basketball for 20 years.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? He didn't play. LeBron's in his 22nd year.
Hey, fuck you guys! You fat homosexuals!
What is wrong with this one? We can't podcast and have fun on SunDaze.
He's off the rails this morning because as soon as he got on here, he was getting fucking his ass ate.
But did you like?
And he liked
transition? By the way, did you like the transition of me freaking out and then counting?
Dude, he got zapped. You hear me get zapped by electricity? He was like, zzz.
No, I know, but no. Did you see when I was screaming, yelling? And I was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he just went right into the again.
That's where we're doing this.
You were unhinged.
Nothing.
Mom and Dad are fighting again. Hide behind the couch.
Yeah, no.
Someone tries to think you're a psychopath.
What? That I could switch to the.
Like I said.
All right, gentlemen.
That's called bipolar.
Listen, everybody here. We're just at
Bipolar at its
57 minutes, anyways. But everybody.
Hi, Kathy. Kathy, we need more views. We show your bra on here.
What? Just her bra?
Well, you can't show her titties, or we'll you know what I mean. At least the bra is like acceptable on YouTube standards.
Yeah. Well,
is that screen sharing?
Well, we should get. If Ryan's wife is gonna come on, I don't understand why my wife couldn't come on, and your wife has come on too.
Huh?
Your whatever is she a wife? Whatever your wifey, she's been on.
Yeah, I got Karen on.
Come on. So my wife has to come on. Actually,
No, maybe they like their husbands.
No, nobody likes their husbands. What are you talking?
No, Karen definitely don't like me.
No, okay.
She just puts up with me. She puts up with me because I'm a good provider. I provide that dick.
Whoa! What happened? What's on your face?
A nose, eyes, and a mouth.
All clothes need to go in the dryer.
Oh, closing.
You didn't do 12 loads of laundry yesterday, Paul? How dare you?
Is this screen sharing what I'm looking at right now?
Oh.
Wait.
What is this? Yeah.
What's
is
what?
This right here? Watch this. Let's see if it does it.
Oh yeah, right there.
And you wonder why I got
Bro, I'm glad you found that out.
Hey,
I just found that out. Now we can go on here and actually pull shit up and keep us all.
So is this moving?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Ryan, you have access to that, Hammer?
I'm doing it right now. Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is gonna get good now. This is gonna get good from now on.
Do you remember I said? Oh, actually, you weren't here. It was before you came on, Joey. I was telling him, I'm like, I know you're gonna figure this out because he's like, everybody has their own specialties. Mine's, is eating snacks and having my wife yell at me on camera.
I love it.
But dude, oh shit, we're gonna be golden now. We can show all the retardedness.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is fucking awesome.
I gotta go do something. And actually, I have to go anyway. So, guys, I'll check in with you later. And no, this is, dude, that's a good find, bro.
I know that's
We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna have a blast. And between
check
now,
in 2 weeks.
No, repeat this. Between now and next episode, all of us and anybody who sees this, if you identify as a Democrat or you lean left, whatever, and you would like to be a guest on this show, anybody, please hit us up. Any one of us. And I'm gonna put out some advertising too for it. But before my wife beats the shit out of me, I gotta go. So
yes,
I gotta go. All right, guys. So
I see everyone in 2 weeks, man. Good show, everyone. Hey, hit me up. I'm Joey Beck too on Facebook. Ryan Beck Senior on Facebook. Yeah. This is Paulie Styles on Facebook. If you guys want to get on, contact one of the three of us, and we'll make it happen for you.
All major platforms. You will find SunDaze with Styles, Weapon, and Fifth, which eventually. You know how I transitioned when you came in?
Oh, we know how you transitioned.
No, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do the same thing with Ryan over time. You know what I mean? But hopefully, maybe Dan will grace us. Maybe Weapon will grace us with his presence on the next episode.
Weapon, where are you?
No, yeah.
That goes.
All right, guys. All right, gentlemen. I'll talk to you.
Peace.
Later.